Hey everyone, it's Carl and Brendan here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. And it's been a little while since we've done this. In fact, it's the first one of 2022. We're basically going to give you our thoughts and rundown of a lot of the festivals, day events, weekend events that are occurring this year in the UK. Basically, the ones we're going to be going to in some form or another. We're not covering them all, of course. We're covering the ones we're going to. So we're going to be looking at Bloodstock. We're going to be looking at Damnation. We're going to look at Slam Dunk. And we're going to look at two, one of a weekend and one of a day festival in the DC Sound Attack, The Attack, and Aeonia Fest. So let's kick this one off then, I guess, with probably the hardest one to talk about, because it's one of those generally where as we move through the lineup, there's going to be a lot of never heard, never heard, never heard. We're going to Slam Dunk 2022 in London. So obviously myself and Dan went to Slam Dunk 2021, the long delayed one throughout COVID in Leeds. Enjoyed ourselves enough to be convinced that we could have a good time this year. It just so happened this year it happened to fall across my wife Lou's birthday. And it was like, hey, that could be a fun thing to do. Day out, hopefully lovely weather, sun, loads of stages, loads of bands. It doesn't even really matter. If you know a lot of them, you're guaranteed to at least get a collection that you can enjoy or at least know. Admittedly, this lineup, even for myself, has been a bit of a who, what, and that situation. But looking at it now, looking at it where I am, I look at it, I think, yeah, you know what? There's already enough there. And if it's anything like if it's anything like the North was, which it will be, there isn't enough time to see the bands anyway. There's 6 fucking stages, and everyone's playing pretty much at the same time.
Yeah.
So, how have you felt with the announcements?
Yeah, I don't know fuck all about it, to be honest with you. Like, really don't. It's really been like quite frustrating a bit. Sorry, I'm still fucking with my lights here, as you can tell.
That's all right.
I have lighting problems. But yeah, so it's been really kind of frustrating in a way because it's made me feel like a proper old man. Like the you know, I like to think I'm quite open-minded and listen to a lot of music, a lot of young and old stuff and underground stuff and everything like that. And then like you see festival announcement after festival announcement, and I'm just like, God, I don't know what the fuck this is. I'm like one of those miserable old men now. You know what I mean? Just going like, when's Slayer being added?
Give yourself a break. This is obviously predominantly a lineup that is normally music that isn't necessarily catered to your taste. There are plenty of bands that I know you enjoy, but it's obviously going to be from a selection of music. You're not getting a black metal band at Slam Dunk. It's as simple as that.
I realise this.
Yes. So we're gonna fly through it, working ourselves up the poster from the bottom upwards, and hopefully we'll find occasionally a band that we're like, yep, okay, we've got an opinion on that. So, in her own words.
Oh, was that a band? Or?
Yeah, that's a band.
Yeah, no, don't know them.
This one I'm struggling with because it's got a very death metal kind of logo. Death Bromance? Death Brome? I don't know if you can see the poster, but like the bottom right-hand corner, it's definitely death. Definitely death, but BYROM, I think that's what it is. Death Broom? Fucking hell. You bringing it up?
Yeah, I'm just going to bring it up, have a little look at the same time.
Yeah, Slam Dunk's main website, the bottom right-hand corner.
Zooming in. Yeah, that didn't help. Death something. It's not even linked, is it? So you can't click on it.
Nope, it's not linked either. I don't know them.
Nope.
I don't even know what the name is. Pink Shift.
Nope.
Oh my God, what the hell is this? SMRT Death? Smirt Death?
Smeghead.
If only, but no, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Beauty School?
I think I recognise that name actually. But I don't know if I recognise that name because of a band thing or if it's just like a common thing, common phrase, you know.
Yeah, I don't know them. So if you do, cool. Yours truly?
No.
Cassette?
No.
Cassayette.
Yeah, still no.
As December Falls?
No.
Oh my God, who is that on the far right? What is that? Something Lotus?
Yeah.
War Lotus?
Little Lotus, LIL.
Oh, okay.
The announcement.
Do you know him?
only from the announcement and looking it up, and then remembering checking something out and then just going something like along the lines of ha.
Okay.
That was it.
Magnolia Park.
No.
Hot Mulligan, a band I am aware of, a band I think, oh, okay, not really my jam for the most part, but at least I know the name and I've heard a song. So that's a start. Have you heard of Hot Mulligan?
No.
Or about Point North?
No.
Meet Me at the Altar?
No.
MC Lars?
I'm assuming this is Lars Ulrich just doing a DJ set.
I think, right? Don't quote me on this. This is a pure guess, but isn't this Lars from Rancid?
Oh, not from Metallica.
No, I don't. Well, I could. I mean, maybe. Went for a shot there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. The MC bit makes it sound like a DJ set. So
it does. It does. Punk Rock Factory. Hey, we've hit something. Hey. This is the band I missed at Bloodstock, but you saw.
Yeah, and it was great fun.
Covers, right?
Yeah, covers. Not well, it is, but it's not always music covers. It's like cartoons and Disney movies and punk stuff kind of versions of it, and it's a good laugh when you've got a few beers inside you. It's good fun.
Yeah, I'm glad they're on this because I missed them at Bloodstock, so there's a high chance I'll probably see them here. But knowing our luck, they'll probably be clashing with one of the other bands that I actually do really want to see. The Flatliners.
No, as a band, I don't know. I assume it's not just a playing of the movie.
No, I don't think so, unfortunately. Chunk, no Captain Chunk.
I've seen this name around before, but I don't know the band.
Yeah, it's that. I've seen the name of band but I don't know the music.
Yeah.
Bears and Trees. I do like the way their logo is written. It's really sweet looking.
Yeah, it's a nice logo. I don't know the band though.
Yep, same. Spanish love songs?
Is that a band name, or is that just like this is what's going to be playing at this time?
I know it's weird because even like the logo, like the text just looks like standard Adobe, like Calibra from
Calibra, yeah. But I mean, if it's a band name, I've never heard it before. So.
Same. Mom Jeans.
No.
Nova Twins.
No.
With Confidence.
No. I say that with confidence.
The Summer Set? Jet?
No.
Summer Jet set?
I was reading it as set as well, so yeah. I mean, it is a set because it's the same S as Summer.
It is, you're right, good spot. Mod Sun?
No.
The Suicide Machines?
No.
Okay, we're finally getting to the higher levels where it's like, okay, we actually know some. Silverstein?
I know this band from the past, yeah. Don't really know or remember any music by them or anything like that, but I know the name from the past.
It's that as well for me. What I do know of them, I've never really enjoyed, so it's not a high like bar one for me. However, the band that appears to be playing like counter to them, like at least position on the poster is Counterparts, and Counterparts are an excellent band. This is a good one.
I'm not bothered. I know who they are, but it's not really my jam. So
fair enough. What about Cancer Bats?
Don't like them.
Really?
Never really got the fuss with these at all. Never. So,
okay. Yeah. I like Cancer Bats. Bucket list band for me, the Bronx.
Yeah, I know who the Bronx are. Yeah, so I don't have no opinion on them really. You know, it's not the sort of thing I would have gone out of my way to see. But to be honest with you, I need something to watch. You know, I'm struggling so far.
What about Hot Milk then?
Again, I know I feel like I recognize that name, but I don't know if I just recognize the name because it's maybe come up in like the WhatsApp group or because it's just a general phrase like the words beauty school. So you hear that and you go, well, I've heard of Hot Milk before, but have I heard of it as a band or as a beverage? You know.
How often are you hearing Hot Milk in general day-to-day stuff?
Well, I go to Costa every single day, so quite regularly.
Okay, fair point. All right, yeah, that was
I don't order a hot milk just in case anyone's wondering. No. But I see milk being heated regularly.
Oh, I like the idea of you going and breaking down your order to this. I'll have some hot milk, some coffee beans, a shot of this.
I want 3 grains of that one, 4 of that one, 7 of that one.
Stand Atlantic.
No, I got nothing for that one. No.
Same. Set It Off. I know the name.
Yeah, I don't think I do. I don't think.
The Vandals. I'm actually quite pleased to see the Vandals. I haven't listened to them in a while, but a couple of years ago, I thought they were killing it.
Yeah, I mean, there's an old school sort of funky stuff in it. Like we did some stuff about them at Christmas for their Christmas album, and that's kind of cool. So yeah, happy with that one.
Hot Water Music.
Also my Costa trip, but there you go. Yeah, but I don't know the band.
Eskimo Callboy. I mean, I know this band fairly well. They're not high on my radar, but when it's a lineup where I'm going to be kind of probably spending more time checking stuff out, this is perfectly fine for me.
Yeah, I know. I reckon the name's familiar, but that's about it.
So a bit heavier, the Amity Affliction.
I do know. I would never say, I'd be lying if I said I was a massive fan, but I'd also, because of the bands that are playing here, you know, I'm more keen on seeing them, you know, because of the fact that it's a good opportunity to, you know, check it out really, and I'm not feeling like I'm missing something necessarily. So
yeah. Kenny Hoopla.
No, I've got nothing.
Nothing. Same. Knuckle Puck.
Feel like, again, like I recognize the name. Sounds like an annoying slam band, to be honest with you, but I don't know if they are or not. Don't know the music. Musically, I can't think of anything. So
yeah, I'm going to put Knuckle Puck up there as one of the bands I'm most excited to see. So that says quite a lot, I think. 303.
No, nothing.
I don't know anything about them either. And considering they're so high, I'm like, okay, all right. Street Light Manifesto. The name, that's about it for me.
No, not even the name for me.
Okay. Pennywise.
Hey, I know one.
Yep.
Not overly. I wouldn't, like, again, not in a general sort of scenario would I be like, oh, Brendan Pennywise is touring. Oh my God, I've got to go. I wouldn't care less, to be honest with you. But in a scenario like this, it's a good opportunity to see it.
Yeah, this was a band that was originally going to be on the lineup from last year and the one that was delayed by COVID. And at the time, I was like stoked because obviously I've never seen Pennywise live. I'm very aware of the legendary status. And it's like, this is a perfect opportunity. It's the same as you. I'm not paying to go see them play live, but at a festival, golden. I am intrigued to see a bit of Motion City soundtrack, even though it's a little bit too indie for my liking. It's a big name. It'd be cool to check out at least a song or two.
I don't think I've ever even heard of them. So there you go.
Fair enough. The Wonder Years then?
Confusing one because of the show. Like, I'm struggling like to break it, like to say the Wonder Years and not instantly picture the show in my head.
All right.
So I don't think I know them as a band at all. So
pretty much the same here. I don't know them, but I do know Def Havana. And Def Havana are a very good band.
I also know Def Havana. I'm not really a fan.
Okay. All right. We're working our way up the top. It isn't pretty, but there you go for us. The story so far. I know the name, never really given them much time.
I've also given them no time whatsoever, but I also don't know the name. So
we know the names. A band I'm very familiar with, it is the Interrupters. Really stoked to see these band playing. Again, a band I got into a couple of years ago, and I just really I find their music really, really soothing.
I don't know them at all. I am not soothed.
Okay, well, you might be if you see them there.
Yeah.
The Used.
I know one.
Yeah, it's The Used. I actually seen The Used live almost over a decade ago when me and Liam went to a show that was like Rise Against, The Used, and Gallows back when Frank Carter was fronting them. Yeah, I actually went to this show at, I think it was Hammersmith, and I saw The Used then, and I really liked them back in the day. Admittedly, it's now more of a nostalgia thing than anything else, but I'm like, yes, sweet, I want to check out The Used.
Yeah, I've got no stories or nothing about them. But yeah, I've never seen them before. So, and you know, I'm scraping the barrel a little bit here.
Yeah.
So, you know.
What about Beartooth?
Well, I know quite a lot about Beartooth, and I do actually know quite a lot of their music as well. I don't mind them. I definitely do not get the hype of like that. There's quite a bit of hype I feel around this band as like being some like huge deal. I don't quite feel that about them, but I don't mind what I've heard. So yeah.
Yeah, same. I like Beartooth, but I don't love Beartooth. It's as simple as that. But we've talked a couple of times throughout this about or at least I've mentioned a couple of bucket list bands. It's like, you know what, I've never seen this band live. I'm never going to pay to see them live, but as I'm at a festival, I'm going to check them out. This one applies to the next band. It is the Dropkick Murphys. Yeah, this is pretty much probably, if you would have asked me to rank the bands I'm most interested in seeing, this is going to be near the top.
Yeah, I agree. I also have never seen them before. I feel like a festival setting is just about the perfect place to watch the Dropkick Murphys in my mind. I think it should be great fun.
Agreed. But alongside that is a band that's more modern that I'm also super stoked to be, and I think it's gonna be wild. I hope they're playing one of the main stage, because otherwise I think that tent, if they're in a tent, it's gonna be chaotic as fuck. It's neck deep.
Yeah, I know who Neck Deep are. I've listened to some music. I think they're okay. I'm not exactly blown away by them, but you know, got no problem with them either. So
fair enough.
Check them out.
Which brings us to the headliners, the official headliners of it, and it is Alexi on Fire first. Don't care for them. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. So yeah, know who they are. Don't care.
And last but not least, it is a bit of nostalgia, plus mixing the fact that over the last couple of years, or the last couple of, years, have been actually releasing quality music that shows that they're not just a nostalgic band, it is Sum 41. And I'm very pleased that at least one of the headliners I will definitely want to see and have a good time to.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen them before, so it could be fun. I'm kind of disappointed that you said they still release music now, because I just assumed that they just play like the 3 or 4 tracks that I know, and that's
it. You'll get them.
You know, but yeah, so you know, there isn't this festival. It might like seem odd that I'm going there, like if you didn't know that, you know, it's a birthday thing, but also relatively local, but also I'm bringing my daughter, you know, that sort of stuff, because I don't think there's like more than 3 bands on there that I would say I'm excited to see. I can expand that list out into things that I will watch because I'm there, but that's not the same as excited to see.
Agreed.
You know, Sum 41, I think will be fun.
Yep.
You know, it's a bit of a strange one, because I guess, you know, aside from the Dropkick Murphys, there isn't a single band on here for me personally that I'm looking forward to seeing, because I've always wanted to see. They're not bucket list bands. You know, I've never seen Sum 41 before, but I had no intention of ever seeing them. You know, and that might seem odd to a Sum 41 fan, but you know, they just didn't have that much of an impact on my life. I've never seen the Used before, but again, I had no intention of it. I was okay with my life passing without me having seen the Used. You know, so it's cool that there are bands there that I'll be able to sort of check out, and you know, I might find some new stuff I've never heard before, especially from these lower down bands where I know nothing about them at all. You know, fingers crossed to find some really cool stuff in there, which is always the hope. You know, I mean, from a headliner perspective, I would say probably from what this festival aims to be, they're 2 big names. From a personal taste perspective, it's like, oh, your headliners suck. You know, not that extreme, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, you obviously got to take that into account. That this is of course a festival that's not geared towards either of ours tastes these days. While there are a lot of bands on it, I think we can both appreciate. As pretty much echoing what you said, agree with that. One of the more joyful things for me is, without the pressure of being loads of bands that I want to see, I'm left in this exciting situation where with my family and loved ones and things like that, where it's like, okay, you know what, I'm going to go see this band. We'll meet back here in an hour, that kind of thing. My son who'll be there, go off and do his own thing. And if I'm just going to sit here and chill and watch this band play, I know nothing about them, there's no one else playing anywhere else that I really know anything about, why don't I stay and watch this band, you know?
Yeah.
But it is Sam Dunk. We will be there regardless. It is a whole day there. So if you're going to be there and you've got different opinions to us, basically, do you know a lot more of these fucking bands than we do? You know what to do. Drop it in the comments afterwards. We are still continuing though, as we're rolling into Damnation Festival, which is taking place in Manchester this year, having changed locations, having upgraded to be at the BEC Arena, the day festival of the 5th of November. Well, initially we didn't have plans to go. Lou, my wife, decided we should go and just bought tickets outright without actually telling me after she bought them. So yeah, I guess apparently I'm going. So I'm going to give a quick rundown of the bands that are playing this. Now, this is obviously a bit more to taste and, you know, that sort of thing. So we kick off then, starting from the bottom upwards, Wolves in the Throne Room. Yeah, this is a cool band. Very cool band.
Yeah, I agree. I'm trying to think. I don't think like off the top of my head, I can't even think of anything they've done, but I know I've got them on the music player.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Stoked for that. That's one already. We Lost to Sea. I don't know this band. At least I don't think I do.
No, I don't recognize the name at all. There's loads of them in the picture. Hundreds of them. Well, 6, but hundreds.
Yes, 6. Toxic Holocaust, thrash band. I've seen this band play live. They supported, one of the last shows I went to before COVID came along and started wrecking things was a show at the Ulu. I can't remember who headlined, but Toxic Holocaust were a support band. And I remember grabbing a drink and sort of standing to the side and watching them from there. And the crowd were into them. It's very old school thrash metal. They're fun, put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't think I know a lot about them. So.
Okay, Pig Destroyer.
I like Pig Destroyer. I'm a fan.
Yeah?
Yeah. I wouldn't have said I was a big fan before 2018 when I think it was the most recent album, Head Cage, came out, which I reviewed for the site and absolutely loved.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're a strong band. Be a very, very heavy set.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Something heavy as well, but a bit in the doomier side of things. It's Paul Bearer. Paul Bearer. One word, not how I said it. I love Paul Bearer.
I like Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
Don't love, but yeah, I like him.
Ministry, one of the headliners of this event. Ministry. I saw Ministry probably 15 years ago at the HMV Forum. It was quite a sight.
All right.
It's quite a show. It's very, very unique. But to be honest, I've never really been that into the band. However, as of the time recording, I recently did a track by track with my wife, Lou, for Psalm 69. And I had a blast with that. And it kind of re-energized me and went, yeah, you know what? This could be a damn good lot of fun. Plus, it's not like Ministry are a nostalgic band either. They have a new fucking album due out soon.
Yeah. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Never have been. Yeah. So I guess if I was watching nothing else, I wouldn't be opposed to watching Ministry, don't get me wrong. But again, I wouldn't go out of my way to. So
considering how long you've been going to gigs for, have you ever seen them, even like as a support or something?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know if I've maybe they've been on like a festival lineup or something like that, or just, like you said, as a support, but
okay.
I don't remember. I don't think I have.
Irist. IRIST. Irist.
I don't recognize the name.
Same. But I do recognize Green Lung, obviously one of the last minute cancellations of Damnation 2021 because of COVID. There was much disappointment when this band had to pull out. So them being re-announced for this 2022 edition is gone down very, very well. They released what was one of the best albums of last year.
And I don't mind them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not, I don't know. I haven't quite fully got on board the Green Lung train yet. I have some of their stuff on my music. I listen to it occasionally, but I'd watch them live happily.
Yep. Full of Hell.
It's an exciting one.
Yeah.
This is probably out. I mean, other than like some of the names we're gonna get to, obviously, but this would be the band so far of everything that would be on the list. That would be my most excited to see.
Really?
This band, this is one of my 10 out of 10 albums. Actually, this was I knew the band. We actually reacted to one of their songs as well with Dan. The album was Garden of Burning Apparitions, and it's noisy, messy, heavy, dirty, filthy stuff. I love that album. We had 10 out of 10 when it came out last year. So I was looking at the name for ages. That's why I was like looking down there. I was like, what was the name of that fucking album? That's why I could remember it. Yeah, so that'd be cool. I think that'll be a messy pit.
Yeah, awesome. Elder.
Yeah, I think I've seen Elder at Bloodstock.
I think I have as well.
Yeah, I think I'm maybe on the New Blood stage, but I might be wrong. So yeah, I don't really have massive memories of them, and I don't think I've listened to like their music regularly or not, but it'd be nice to check them out again.
So we're old school in Destruction. Never seen them live. It's intrigue for that more than anything else.
Yeah, I've also never seen them live, so yeah.
Something more modern, Despised Icon. You talk about messy pits, man. Fucking hell. This one could be chaotic as hell.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, I mean, I recognize the name. So I'm pretty sure I know who they are, but I can't separate them from other bands.
Yeah, that's often a problem sometimes, isn't it? Yeah. One you can separate because as of the time of recording, in fact, probably, this upcoming week, as of the time of recording, we will have a track by track up for this band, the first one we've done. It is, of course, Converge. And I am stoked for this because I've never seen this band live. And coming off the back of Jane Doe, which is the track by track we did, I enjoyed it a hell of a lot more than you did.
yeah. I wasn't enamored. I didn't despise all of it. There was stuff in there I liked, and I've also never seen them live. So from that perspective, it'd be pretty cool to see, I guess. And I'm aware that they've got more music than just that one album, you know, so that's also a benefit. Although I assume a song like Jane Doe would probably almost, you'd imagine that's a banker on a set.
Yeah, of course, the song itself.
Yeah, 49 minutes of it or whatever the fuck it is.
Bell Witch and Aerial Ruin.
I'm confused. I don't know, and I'm kind of confused by it because it kind of sounds like it's two bands together.
Right.
Bell Witch and Aerial Ruin. And even the way that they're sort of standing in the picture, you've got like one dude sitting on his own at the front, the rest standing at the back, like miles away. But I don't know Bell Witch, and I don't know Aerial Ruin, and I don't know them together. So
no, same. But last but not least of the current lineup, it is At the Gates, and this is going to be them doing Slaughter of the Soul in full. And I'm stoked for that because Slaughter of the Soul in full was great fun, but also Slaughter of the Soul isn't that long. So it means they'll have to fill out the rest of the set, hopefully with just new stuff.
Yeah, which would be really cool. I think if it was like, you know, if it was like an hour-long album and that was all they were going to do, I'd be happy, but also a little bit disappointed, you know, because they have like some really, really great modern music.
They do.
Like last 5 years or so, a couple of albums that are banging. But yeah, like you said, like those older sort of albums are like pushing 30 minutes, so there's plenty of time.
Yep, just knock Slaughter the Soul out, do that from beginning to end, and then finish the second half of the set with a ton of your more modern stuff. I'm stoked for that. So, yeah, are you tempted by Damnation 2022?
I'm tempted by every gig I see. I'm also just kind of hamstrung at the moment by life. Yeah. So it's like a lot of things have been difficult, especially almost weirdly because of things opening back up. And not being in the habit of things. So like whether it's things that my daughter's scheduled in to do or whatever it is, and trying to get your kind of head around it all. But I am tempted by it. Weirdly, I'm going to Slam Dunk, but I'd be more tempted by this. You know, when I look at them from a lineup perspective, whether I can feasibly do them or not is another thing. But yeah, I'm definitely interested. There's so many fucking. I guess like we're not going to touch on obviously every festival in the bloody UK, but every day I seem to see bands being announced for festivals in different cities across the UK, and all the lineups just look fucking phenomenal. You know, it pains me deeply.
It is. There are some. There's things like I look at Tech Fest, which is an incredible Uprising. Another one. Yeah, goodness me. Yes, it's the same. You know, the ones we're planning to do this year, we're making sure to space them out as much as possible. You know. Okay, we're going to jump to another one. We're going to jump to one that's a day festival, a day event called The Attack, taking place on Friday the 30th September and Saturday the 1st of October at the Flapper in Birmingham. This is presented by DC Sound Attack, and its lineup is basically some of the best of British. So we'll run through it, and we'll put it this way. We've seen most of these bands live before, and often heavily praised their work. So we begin with Crystala. Yeah. Great band. Simple as that.
Absolutely brilliant. Always great live. Seen them a few times. Never, ever been even close to disappointed. Agreed.
Gargantua.
The name definitely like sticks in my head, but yeah, I'm not sure how much I know.
Yeah, it's one of the ones I'm not so familiar with. Recall the Remains, obviously a bit more familiar with this band as of recent times, and stoked to see them on it. Yeah, great band. Master Charger. Given Master Charger some time on record, but I'm 99% sure I've never seen them live, so quite pleased that this will be the opportunity. I don't think I've probably given them enough time on record yet to be honest to have too much of an opinion. So Gut Locker. Awesome band. Gospelheim. I think that's how you say it. Gospelheim. Thank you. That's how I say it anyway, but it doesn't mean I'm right. But I'm not massively familiar. Obviously, bear in mind, we are trying to very carefully go around an elephant in the room regarding certain things in regards to when we last saw this band and this specific band. Obviously, I've heard songs from this band, and I like what they've done so far. we shall see what the state of play is come this time. King Kraken. I know the name, but I don't really think I know much by them.
Yeah, I think I'm the same. It sounds like a doom band though because it says King in it.
Yes, why not? Blood Oath. Seen Blood Oath a few times. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome band. Always guaranteed to be one of those where, almost like where if I was a bit hungover and Blood Oath about to start playing, guaranteed they'll get me into it.
Yeah, same. I think they're solid. Yeah.
One of the bands I'm most stoked to see coming all the way over from the shores of Ireland, it is The Crawling. Obviously, one of the best sets of 2021. We both agreed on was The Crawling at Bloodstock. So stoked to see them here.
Yeah. Anyone who hasn't seen them before, they're probably going to steal the show.
Yeah.
You know,
there is that danger already.
Yeah.
Ashen Crown, of course, Ashen Crown doing amazing work as well. Stoked to see them there. Seen them live a few times again last year. Yeah, Ashen Crown, great.
Yeah. Awesome band alongside The Crawling were one of the best sets.
Great.
Bloodstock as well, in a nice little trio that we had.
It was. Yeah, absolutely. The Grey.
I don't think I know the band. I don't think so anyway.
Same, don't know them either. And last but not least, Elimination. Thrash.
Yeah. Thrash, I'm sure it'll be good.
They were great, absolutely great at Bloodstock. And that was when they were calling at the last minute. And obviously, struggled, was a band member down, but they were great on the Jägermeister stage.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember.
So I'm looking forward to seeing them at full strength, you know? And that's it. That's that event there.
Might be shit at full strength.
Yeah, it might be. I doubt it. Because the album last year was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is again, I'm going to ask the question, but I presume your answer is the same. Are you tempted by this one?
Yeah, I'm tempted. It falls at a better time for me, so this is one I am, more than tempted. I'm hoping to attend because, like a lot of the things sort of happen in the same bloody 4 or 5 weeks in the middle of the summer, and it's difficult to kind of go to multiple bloody festivals, and holidays while your kids are off school. So this kind of comes like, kids are back at school a few weeks, everything's sort of settled down again. Can I shoot off for a weekend? So yeah, this one I'm hoping to be at.
Cool. That's that one. We're going to jump to a shorter one here as we're talking about Aeonia Fest, which returns this year. Taking place on the 25th of June in Sheffield, of course, at the Corporation. A couple of bands have been announced for this so far. Go back to the very first one then. Cadence Noir. A couple of years ago, I interviewed Cadence Noir. It was one of the very rare times that the interview had such terrible audio. Something had gone completely wrong that interview never ended up going up. It was one of those where I always get so annoyed because I feel like I've wasted the band's time. And it's such a rare event that any interview goes like that. So I'm kind of looking forward to sort of seeing them make up for it.
Yeah.
Folk.
Fuck. Oh, sorry, folk.
No, yeah, they're like gothic folk, bit of rock, that kind of thing.
I thought you just exclaimed fuck. I was like, what?
No.
I recognize the name. Like I feel like I know them or seen them, but I haven't got any music in my head, so maybe.
No. Fair enough. Walk-in Coma.
We do also know very well.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd say very well. They were part of the Metal to the Masses Essex when we visited a couple of times. So I've heard them. Did an early interview with them, text based on the site back then, the kind of introductory thing. So yeah, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And the third one, as of right now, Eisenguard.
I like
nothing.
I like the name though. I mean, I'm assuming the kind of power metal-y folk vibe again because of the name, so, and also because of the festival. So
yeah, absolutely. And of course, I mean, it's a given, obviously, but Aeonia will be playing as well. And that'd be nice because it's been a fucking few years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Beyond that, it's a great day out. It's not expensive. If you're in Sheffield, you're in a local area, hell, we're going to travel up there for it. It's just great day out. And I'm always looking forward to the idea of it being bands I basically don't know well.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Okay. Last but certainly not least, we're going to look at Bloodstock, because Bloodstock have announced a load of different bands, across a load of different different announcements since we last properly looked at them. So we are going to work our way up, starting with the bands that are on the Sophie Lancaster stage day by day, and then we'll switch to the main stage. Nothing for New Blood yet. Of course, all those events to the Metal to the Masses are ongoing. Go check your ones out in your local areas. There are some strong heat out there. Loads of bands are recognized. Loads of bands are like, well, they should win. It's a given, that kind of thing. But good luck to everybody, yeah?
Yeah.
So we do Thursday first. Of course, it's the half day, the one that starts at 5 o'clock and is just the Sophie Lancaster stage. Kicking off with Mother Vulture.
This is a name I recognize, but I don't know anything else other than that.
Yep, absolutely. And from this point onwards, this is the stage I want to be at. This is one of these rare things where for the first time, probably in a long time, every single band that follows on the stage is a must watch for me. First up is Basement Torture Killings, who I loved when I saw them back in October of 2021. And I'm just stoked to see them play this big stage and really, really lean into that stylistic thing they had going on.
Yeah, agreed. They're certainly an eye-catching band, like from a visuals but also musically. So yeah, it should be cool.
Absolutely, absolutely. Holy shit! Finally, they're here. It is Nana War of Steel. Holy fucking shit! This could just be the most anthemic, fun, catchy fucking show of the entire weekend.
Yeah, it should be fun. Should be fun. You know, for me, like it's one of those weird ones. I don't know like Nana War of Steel's back catalogue. I know like probably I don't know 5 or 6 tracks, which kind of got the most push from whether they were comedy value or whatever it might have been. You know, but I don't know. I imagine that even if you don't know the songs, they'll be catchy and it'll be fun, and everyone will be kind of involved. It should be really cool.
It should be, yeah. And be honest, man, those 5 or 6 songs is a set. There you go. There's your set. Necro Goblicon. This is awesome. Again, this is going to be fun, but the music backs it up as well.
Yeah, agreed. It's very cool. Very happy with that.
So when this band was initially announced, this last one, a headliner for last Bloodstock, and then obviously had to pull out because of COVID, I couldn't quite get why people were so stoked about them. Since then, I have reviewed their latest album, and through that went backwards. And I get it. I get it. This is fun. This is enjoyable old school synthy rock. It's just good, fun music. The perfect thing for the Thursday night headliner. I think this is going to be a blast.
I haven't dedicated any time to this whatsoever, so I still don't quite get it. But what I did realize, which I didn't realize until very, very recently, is that the frontman for Night Flight Orchestra is Bjorn Strid of Soilwork.
Yeah.
And I love melodic death metal and I love Soilwork. So even if I hate the band, I can stand there and just be really, really like gushing towards Bjorn.
Go on, Bjorn.
So there you go.
Yeah, it's looking like a really strong Thursday, really, really strong. One of those where I'm going to be telling myself, pace yourself, Carl, pace yourself. And I know it'll all go wrong.
Yeah.
Right, Friday on the Sophie Lancaster stage. I have had to click on this band because I can't read their fucking logo. It's Crepitation.
Yeah, ain't no one reading that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anything about the band, but if it's not extreme death metal and they use that logo, then I'm going to be very disappointed.
You've nailed it. Inhuman Nature.
Don't
know them.
I don't think I do.
No. Okay, move on. Thrown into Exile.
I also don't know Thrown into Exile.
No, same here. Bit of black metal though with Nocturne.
Well, a bit of black metal was welcome.
Always nice.
Yeah, we don't get as much of it as we would like. And I don't think I'm massively familiar with them, to be honest with you, but I'll be happy to watch it for a bit of black metal.
Absolutely. Enforced, bit of thrash crossover here.
Yeah. I'm so confused with bands these days. Enforced, enforcer, enforcing, enforcement. I think I know them.
Okay. Were Heart of a Coward.
Name definitely rings a bell.
Yeah.
Again, as with a lot of these, I'm struggling to put music to the name. But
I like Heart of a Coward. They're not my favorite from that sort of bunch, but I like them. Discharge.
This should be pretty cool.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Again, this is. I wouldn't have put them as a bucket list band, but with them being there, it sort of feels like I'll sneak them onto the bucket list to tick it off.
I think so too. Do you know what I mean? Old school hardcore punk, right? Do you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. What about a bit of thrash with Heathen?
Yep. I have a bit of thrash, but I don't think I'm massively familiar with Heathen.
No, same. Not too familiar with them, but I am very familiar with the NOLA band, sludgy metal band is I Hate God. Seen them live a few times and they've never disappointed.
Yeah, I've also seen them live before. Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, there's an argument that this part is we're stuck again because it's like I Hate God and then followed by probably one of the must-see bands and one of the few times I think the band that's not playing after the headliner of the main stage is in danger of packing at the tent. It's Avatar. I think if you want to see Avatar at Bloodstock, you're going to have to get in that tent early.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be awesome. I was really, really pleased. I don't remember exactly when it was, but obviously at first I was questioning why they're not headlining somewhere. But I think I saw something that Bloodstock said about how actually this was like a special slot that had been opened up for them. So this is unlikely to just be half hour, see you later.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so fingers crossed we'll get a full Avatar experience.
Yeah, basically from what I saw, it was a matter of as Avatar came along and went, look, can we play? And Bloodstock went, we really don't have a place for you anymore. And Avatar said, we'll play whatever. And this is what happened, which screams volumes about Avatar.
Yep. But
there you go. And the headline of that day is a band that, again, will likely pack out the tent purely for a lot of people, for your curiosity. It's a band I still can't quite understand why they're so popular. And a cynical part of me says flavor of the month because I'm not quite following along. People say, hey, on record is one thing, but seeing them live is another. Sleep Token.
Yeah, for me, it's a curiosity thing.
Yeah. That's it. It's curiosity, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, same. Absolutely. Okay, we jump to Saturday, and the stage, the selfie stage, starts off strongly as fuck. Mastiff. What more can you say? Can't wait. Stop from.
And I'm not as blown away by Mastiff. I know they were. I really enjoyed their album last year. I do like them as a band. I had never seen them live, I don't think, so it should be a good opportunity to hopefully get further on the train with them.
Cool. Absolutely. We should have seen them supporting Avatar earlier this year, but that fell apart thanks to COVID. A band, as of the time recording, I've literally just seen play live. It is Pupil Slicer. I saw them supporting Rollo Tomasi at the weird place in London called, I forgot what it is, the Oval Square. Pupil Slicer, I really like this band, and they were great live, so this should be I almost think they're playing too low, but that's just a personal thing.
I haven't seen them before. I don't know them very, very well. Grindcore sort of stuff in it, so that's cool.
It's a mix of it, yeah, absolutely. Cage fights. Hardcore?
Yeah, sounds like it, doesn't it?
I don't know them.
Old school hardcore. Yeah, no, I don't know them either.
Kyra. Vocalist Jake ex Amaranthe and guitarist Jesper ex In Flames. So and like guitarist from X Shining and drummer from Camelot. So I'll imagine it's going to be in that same fine vein of maybe Mellow Death.
Yeah, maybe Mellow Death. Kind of look like a Mellow Death band, but that's cool. I'd be happy with that. I like some Mellow Death. I don't know the band, but
don't know them either. Seem like they're fairly new. Talahad. Yeah. Bloodstock described this band as newcore. That is one of the most off-putting descriptions you can ever give to a band.
Don't want to call them new metal. Don't want to call them metalcore yet. They can be in the middle. I don't know anything about them. The name doesn't do much. Like, not the band name, sorry, but that newcore title doesn't exactly entice.
No, absolutely. Black Tongue. Know this band. Lovely bit of deathcore, although on a heavier side, more down-tuned aspect.
I'm not well familiar with them at all. So
Samael, black metal, old school black metal as well, man.
yeah, that should be cool. I do know a lot of I don't know a lot of Samael, but I do know a lot of bands who say they were influenced by Samael. So that should be pretty cool.
The next one, considering they're so high up in the bill, I've never heard of this band, but the description intrigues me. Celtic folk infused punk rock. Ferocious Dog.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be really, really cool. It's kind of strange in a way, I guess. Celtic folk infused punk rock. So Dropkick Murphys.
Basically, right? Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm expecting, like high energy kind of, but like that nice kind of bounciness to it. It could be fun.
Could be, absolutely. And the headliner of the Saturday night is one that will result in a pretty messy tent. It is Bloodstock faithful, Bloodstock regular attendees. It is Hatebreed. Got no problem with Hatebreed, but I'm probably not going to be bothering to go out of my way to see this.
Yeah, same. It's going to be late by then. Yeah, no problem with Hatebreed either. Cool band. Just will either be there or be too drunk to be there.
Absolutely. We go to Sunday then, starting off in the morning, and we've got Metal to the Masters alumni. It is Pelusian.
Yeah. Okay, again, name rings a bell. Not sure about the band. Not sure I know the band. It's
one of those that we interviewed a few years back as well. Been doing well since then. Desert Storm, man, oh man, good to see them on this. Been around like 15 years. Wow. Bit of everything, really. Sludge, doom, prog, all the things you love.
Post, I'm sure there's word post probably in there somewhere, is it?
I
don't know. So cool.
Guilt Trip, crossover metal.
Right. I don't ring a bell.
I don't know them. Scarlet Riot, a band I do know. When we were coming out of COVID last year, it's one of the first bands I saw. Did an interview with the front woman of the band as well. Bit more on the lighter side, bit more on the rockier side, but got enough growl going on. I like this band.
And I've never listened to anything by them while being aware of them, so I'll check them out.
Can I make a bold suggestion by suggesting you probably won't like them?
Yeah. Oh. Okay. I'll still try.
Yeah. I might be wrong, but yeah.
Yeah.
Harriet, who again, as of the time recording, I just saw live as being the first band playing on the Pupil Slicer and Rolo Tomasi gig. Very heavy, very chaotic, very noisy. Good band.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Don't know anything about them, but there you go.
Party Cannon having to pull out last year at the last minute. One of people's most excited bands had to pull out. They're now back on the bill. Since then, I've got to know Party Cannon a bit more. I haven't reviewed the new album, and I quite enjoy it. I enjoy quite a bit of it. I think a good 30, 40 minute slot would be perfect.
Yeah. It's kind of weird sometimes with bands like this. Like I really want to check out some of Party Cannon while wondering at the same time whether I'm just kind of thinking this is shit, but I still want to check it out. So
agreed. Orbit Culture. I'm stoked for this. Orbit Culture have been making a right strong name for themselves in the last couple of years. Shit, this is a band I've interviewed regularly, and each time has been fantastic band to talk to as well. I'm stoked to see them. This isn't going to be the first time I've seen them, but the last time I saw them was one of those where I didn't know anything about them, whereas now I know so much.
Know much more than I do. I don't know very much.
So the next band, now I swear to Christ, we don't plan our track by tracks. We literally say, hey, pick a couple that you want to do and I'll pick a couple I want to do. And that's sometimes how it works. Occasionally it might be like, oh, this band's playing a festival or that band's playing a festival. Let's check it out. We recently recorded a track by track for El Nino, Revolution. We had a miserable time with that album. It's not up yet. At the time of recording, it won't go up for another couple of weeks. They're playing Bloodstock. And I don't know about you, but part of me is like, will I end up checking a bit of this out as long as it's not clashing with something better? I probably will.
Yeah, I genuinely, I'm looking at the poster and I did not know they were playing here. And when I just saw them, when we got to it, I was like, I just assumed it was a different band. So I clicked into it and I'm like, hey, what are the fucking chances of that?
I know, right?
You know, we'll try and catch the end. Bound to play like what goes around, what comes around, or whatever the song was called, like at the big ending, you know, maybe.
I
Or an
suspect it
opener.
might open with one of them.
I've never seen them before, so like even if I'm not a fan, I kind of like to just see a song live to kind of put it to bed. Like, do you know what I mean? And say, yeah, I've seen them live as well. They were shit.
There you go. I agree with that.
Or they were great. They'll be fucking amazing.
Sewing.
Yeah, yeah, bit progressive. Yeah, I know the band. I'm not massive on them, but yeah.
Belphegor, obviously, you know, Black and Death metal, legendary band, a band I've seen before. And I'm going to be a little bit blunt here. I like Belphegor, but I've never been able to get into them enough to say that I love Belphegor.
Yeah, I also like Belphegor. I don't think I've ever seen them before, so this will be nice for me. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan, but I've got some of their music on there. I like them, nice and heavy.
And Static X, of course, this is a Static X that's being fronted by who knows who in the Wayne Static mask, fronted by the majority of the band that existed playing Static X songs. That it's basically a tribute act, so to speak. So this is a weird one for me. I've seen Static X live. I've seen Static X with Wayne Static. In fact, it was such a great gig that it still lives strongly in my memory. It was at a 3/4 full, maybe even half full Islington Academy. Me and my brother Liam, we got up super close, right at the front, had a blast, got drunk. I can still remember I got drunk on Budweiser. And it really is stuck in my head. Wayne Static sitting, yeah, I know. Wayne Static sitting on the fucking stage, cross-legged, while like a certain piece of music was playing and stuff like that. And truth be told, I'm a little worried about my memories of that show being damaged by a subpar tribute act. And I know that's going to be incredibly harsh to some people's ears, but it's the concern I've got. I'm not saying I won't check some of this out. I'm not saying I will. But part of me is just like, just don't bother, man. Like, you don't need to, you know?
I was never a Static X fan when Static X were big in the 90s or early 2000s or whatever. Obviously, the Wayne Static news was sad, as it would be about anyone. But I wasn't bothered about the fact that they were doing this stuff, like, and I'm still not now. Yep. I don't think I have any interest in it whatsoever.
It's also Sunday night, so that's normally the point where I'm like, you know what, I'm tired, I'm going fucking home.
Yeah.
Right, main stage then. Let's jump to this Friday as the band opening it, and incredible position for them. Well chuffed for them. It's Red Method. I hope they fucking smash it and win over a ton of new fans.
Yeah, agreed. I think they'll be absolutely brilliant, and yeah, the only reason why they won.
Yeah, absolutely. All Hail the Yeti. Know the name, not familiar with the work.
Yeah, same. Nothing.
What about Sorcerer? Been around a while, like 1980 something.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think I recognize the name or anything like that. But okay, it's one of those things, I guess, isn't it? A band that's been around that long probably have had a pretty hefty influence on lots of music that have followed, and I've never seen them before, so it might be nice to try and check some of it out. We kind of had that last year at Bloodstock, and some of the ones we decided to just check out ended up being some of the best sets of the whole weekend. So
agreed, absolutely. Bloodywood. When Bloodywood first announced, I kind of didn't get it either. This is another one where, thanks to new music, the debut album, and listening to that and reviewing that and being like, holy shit, these guys are killing it. I'm stoked for Bloodywood. This is one I definitely want to check out. Yeah,
same here. I'm intrigued more than stoked, I guess. I like anything that really tries to bring in traditional kind of instruments and stuff like that anyway. And yeah, be interesting. It'd be cool.
Doyle. Of course, Doyle from the Misfits. Solo stuff.
Not that bothered to personally, to be honest with you. So
I mean,
it's cool for a time, but you know,
it's going to be that thing where it's like, you know, if I'm watching him, which is unlikely, I'm going to be like, okay, cool, is he going to play a Misfit song? You know?
Yeah. I might kind of, you know, catch a song while I'm walking from one stage on the left to a stage on the right. You know, that sort of thing for me. So
cool. Gwar.
I like Gwar. I'm a big
fan. I like Gwar.
I think this would be great. I've never seen Quiet before. It would be a bucket list band to me. I don't know if it would have been a bucket list band to see on a festival outdoor stage. I kind of always wanted to experience the inner carnage within a sort of small venue, you know, with all of those guys on stage and shit being thrown everywhere and that. But I still think it'll be entertaining as fuck, man.
It's the same. Never seen him live, although the original singer who died, I did see him like as an MC once at a show. But yeah, never seen him live. This should be fun.
Yeah.
Something old school though. Next, in just simple old school thrash, it is Exodus. I'm neither bothered or not bothered on this band. I'm like, yep, if I'm there and there's nothing else going on, I like a bit of Exodus, like a bit of thrash noise they make. But if I don't end up seeing them, I'm not going to cry about it.
Yeah, same. I feel exactly the same. Never seen them before. Oh, I don't think some of these older bands, like I've been to festivals before now. You wonder like if I just did and just don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in passing, would like to try and probably catch a track or so I could say I've seen Exodus for sure.
Testament are always great live, and the stuff they've been putting out for the last couple of albums has been spectacular. I urge you all. I think Testament are going to be like the creator of this festival. Not in a headline position, admittedly, but Testament are going to be one that people afterwards go, did you see Testament play Bloodstock?
Yeah, Testament. Can't not like them. I'm a fan. No, I think I have seen Testament before, but yeah, I don't think they got a good fucking position here, really.
Yep.
It's going to be great. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Which brings us to the first headliner of the weekend on the main stage, and it is Behemoth. And while I'm not initially not as into them now as I was maybe a couple of years ago, that's purely because of output more than anything else. They've not been putting out loads and loads of stuff, but what they have been putting out, I have enjoyed. I suspect this could be the most spectacular headline set of the three bands that are playing.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm very excited to see Behemoth. So one of the bands I'm most excited about seeing for the weekend, especially headline slot. So with great power comes great responsibility, though. So they better be good.
Absolutely. Right, Saturday morning then, we go to Beast, the Danish, I think they're Danish. Are they Danish? Yeah, the Danish metal band. It's weird for me because I'm actually going to see this band play at the Black Heart in about 2 or 3 weeks' time as of the time recording. So I'll let you know how excited I am. I love what they've been putting out on record, but that show, I'll let you know how excited I am afterwards.
Yeah, let me know if they were good or not, and then I'll check them out. So I don't really know anything about them yet.
Well, they're great on record, so there's that. Lost Society. Know the name, but that's about it.
Yeah, same. Got nothing much on that.
I've never heard of Spirit World.
I have not heard of Spirit World either.
Lorna Shore, though. This is a cool band. This is a cool band that I'm excited to see there. It's a band that I wouldn't necessarily think like they'll be definitely like booked for Bloodstock kind of thing, as way Bloodstock books. But now they're here, I'm stoked for them.
Yeah, I like Lorna Shore, so yeah, I think this could be good.
Sacred Reich.
I'm looking forward to seeing some members of Sacred Reich. I'm not particularly bothered about Sacred Reich. It's kind of like the Exodus thing, to a degree. No problem with them. Catch some of it, great. Might try and go out of my way to catch a song or two so I can say I've seen it because I never have. But I don't love Sacred Reich on record. That's the problem.
Okay, that's completely fair. I'm pretty much in the same kind of camp. It's one of those, if there's nothing else going on, I'll watch it. But if I'm busy somewhere else, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I am going to try and make sure I check out some of this next band, though, mainly just to sort of see if it translates live. And it's Ginger. Obviously, kind of being championed as one of the next big things. But we've seen this before. On record, I like them. I sometimes like them a lot. But I've not heard anything yet that's made me go, oh my God, yes, this is the next new aggressive, heavy, progressive band.
Yeah, I agree. I also like them, and I like a couple of songs in particular I think are really, really good. I hope they can play. Obviously, depending on the situation when we get to that point.
Shit.
Ukrainian. Yeah. If they do get to come over and play, and fingers crossed, peace and stuff is around by then, I'm pretty sure they're going to get one of the largest applauses of the weekend, which would be fucking great as well. So be interesting, man. I mean, for me, like, it's kind of strange because I know that Ginger are a big name in alternative rock and metal at the moment, for all sorts of reasons. I know they're popular. I know that Ginger are also known outside of the metal circles. They have like mad reaction channels that do stuff for them online. You know, I guess they're very high up on they're reasonably high up on the main stage for the first time I'll ever see them. So I find that kind of a bit strange, I guess, to a degree, you know, but yeah, should be good. Should be good to see and kind of make my mind up whether I'm a Ginger fan or not.
Cool. Yeah, it's the same. Excited for that. But the next one I'm pretty sure you're already made up your mind on. It is, of course, Bury Tomorrow, a band that I do love.
Yeah, I don't really get a fuss with them personally. So I've never seen them before again. So like, if there's nothing else on, I'll still check some of it out. In Bloodstock, though, there is obviously always a good chance that there's something else on. So
admittedly, I've seen Bury Tomorrow quite a bit. So there is always that risk where if there's something better on elsewhere that I really want to see, I'll probably give Bury Tomorrow a miss. And that will probably apply to this next band because, simply put, I don't trust this band. And until I don't know which version of them is going to actually turn up. The version that wanks all over the stage and shits the bed, or the band that is spectacular and just knocks out all these songs I love. It's Dimmy Borgir.
Oh, I'm quite excited to see them. So
wouldn't be if you'd experienced what I've experienced over the years.
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed. I guess it'll be one of those situations where, you know, you're gonna know what version of Dimmu have turned up within a track or two, and so
yeah.
If the track or two hasn't started yet and you're 20 minutes in and still waiting, probably give up.
Just make sure the click track for the drummer works, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, and the headliners, Merciful Fate. And this is simple enough. It's not a band I'm particularly bothered about seeing anymore, but it's a band that I'm like, well, I'm going to have to see them, at least some of it.
Yeah, I'm the same. I mean, I'm going to try and catch a bit of it, but then I'm also then going to quickly try and sprint away before he screams too much. I'm going to try like peep around, like try and catch a bit of an instrumental and then run for my life. Don't like the vocals, but I've never seen them, so there you go.
Brings us to Sunday. Sunday morning, and I'm going to be a little bit mean here, but you know, I mean it in good fun. This band should be probably better known as the children of several of the Slipknot members, rather than actually what the band name is. It is Vended, but you can't read a single fucking thing about this band without the first lines being, "Oh, the vocalist is the son of Corey Taylor and happens to sound exactly like Corey Taylor." And the band also features the son of Sean Crahan, aka Clown of Slipknot. And it's kind of like, okay, cool. You're really putting me off this band by simply constantly championing the fact that their parents are in a metal band.
Be a tough one, really, isn't it? Because the natural human sort of thing to do is to assume a little bit that they are this kind of wonderful position on it because of who you know. Whether or not the band can shake that off and actually maybe like change our minds, that would be really cool to see, you know, that they're actually a force on their own. So I hope for them it works out.
Have you heard anything by them?
No.
Okay, well, I
haven't avoided it, but I haven't yet. Mate, a lot to do with what you said felt like any kind of need to. You know.
Well, I've heard a song by them. I think I did a single slam for one of the singles a couple of months back, and I thought it was good. I thought it was good metal. Obviously, it's impossible to get away from the fact that it is just like listening to Corey Taylor. But that's, you know, that didn't bother me too much. I didn't think they sucked. I didn't think they were shit or anything like that. But my mind's well not made up about this band yet.
Right.
A band my mind is made up of, though. It is the incredible Life of Agony. One of the bands I was most excited for 2021 and 2022. Stoked for this.
Yeah, I think it should be cool. Not as big a fan of them as you are, but I've no problem with them. I've never seen Life of Agony live, so cool.
Butcher Babies. It's the same as it was by the very first time we talked about Butcher Babies being on the 2021 lineup. My mind hasn't been changed anytime soon. I don't really care for them.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence with it all, to be honest with you. I don't dislike them. I don't like them. Nothing else on. I'll check some of it out, you know.
Cool. Violence. Weird timing as the time recording. I literally reviewed their new EP and I enjoyed it. I really, really did. However, what it didn't do was stoke up any more interest in me seeing this band. I'm either or on it.
Yeah, they're part of like a trio of bands really on here for me, which are Violence, Sacred Reich, and Exodus, of bands I've never seen that have had a huge impact through members on bands that I love. So therefore would like to catch a little bit of it while not being overly fussed if I missed it.
I think that's perfectly fair. That's the point of a festival. You can just watch a bit.
Yeah.
The Black Dahlia Murder. I love the Black Dahlia Murder. It's as simple as that. This is going to be fucking brilliant.
Yeah, agreed. Amazing band.
In fact, we kind of continue this. This could be probably the last major run we do at the festival on the main stage, because straight after that, in a different position than they were originally when they were in the lineup, but they are back. And if you know Brendan well enough with his videos, you should know this is very easy. It's Cattle Decapitation.
Yep. Best band of the weekend.
You
10
hope.
out of 10. I've reviewed them already. Yeah, I'm very, very pleased they're back. Very, very pleased. I'm slightly disappointed they're not headlining Sophie Tent, although I know this is a great position for them, don't get me wrong. But I was kind of looking forward to the kind of longer set chaos in the pit, sort of in that inside environment. But I can't wait. And it's long overdue. It's really long overdue. And I guess it shows the strength of Death Atlas, the most recent release. That, you know, because you sometimes can have a worry with a band, like especially when it keeps getting delayed, that the album I love is they release something else, and that's no longer the last album. Yeah. And I want what I wanted more than anything else was to see Cattle Decapitation tour Death Atlas.
Yes,
that's what I really, really wanted, and some other hits as well. Don't get me wrong. So, you know, so I'm glad it's coming now. Been a long overdue, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, your enthusiasm rubs off, and I'm more enthusiastic based on that. Plus, the track by track we did of one of the earlier albums helped.
Yeah.
And then we get black metal with Dark Funeral, who are, for me, have always been spectacular live. I've always enjoyed them. Last time I saw them, when they played the Underworld, and it was great.
Yeah, I mean, it should be good. They're obviously they're in the press at the moment, and they with their Damnation Fest stuff.
Indeed.
You know. So fingers crossed this one all goes ahead as planned. It should do. But I guess we went from seeing Dark Funeral twice in a couple of months to down to one now. So
it's fine. It's fine. Some headliners, Killing Joke. This is similar to Merciful Fate for me, where it's a bucket list band that I'm neither too bothered about, but I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely going to watch a bit of it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
Which brings us to the headliner. And I guess this might be the most controversial thing I say. Never got this band. Cannot understand, A, why they're as big as they are, but B, the longevity. Because for me, none of it makes sense. I don't get it. I don't care for this band, and I've got no interest in seeing them live ever again. Lamb of God.
I don't mind Lamb of God. I'm not the world's biggest fan, but, you know, I think they're a good band. I get that they're a big name, so that's why they're a headliner.
Are they? Are they a big? I mean, I'm joking.
Well, yeah, they are a big name. They're a fucking huge name. You know, so you know, I think I've seen Lamb of God before as well. I'm happy to check out some more of them. I don't know if I'll stay engaged and interested enough to do the whole the headline set with them. It's the only thing I would say.
Play that one song, guys. That's what it is. I realize if you're a Lamb of God fan, a super fan, what I've just said is heresy. It's just a personal taste thing. And it's not the fact that like it's aggressive. I mean, look how many aggressive bands on this list I absolutely fucking love. I just don't get that. Bloodstock's most recent announcements have really turned me on. Like the festival as a lineup has more than enough for me to have to deal with clashes.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's not the greatest lineup yet. That's the truth of it. There are more than enough great bands there that I'm happy. There's loads of bands that I want to give a chance, like bands that I listen to but maybe don't love yet, but I'm hoping to love. You know, like your Mastiffs and the like that. You know, I've got a nice spread at the moment. That's what's making it really great for me. You know, the Thursday is looking great. I've got Avatar on a Friday. I've got Cattle Decapitation on the Sunday. You know, I've got bands nicely positioned around it, so that's quite helpful. I was a bit worried, you kind of get them all on the Friday, and then I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But also, we also know we have a lot more to come yet. Red Method, the bands are nicely spread out, and we've still got New Blood and Jägermeister and all that to come as well. So yeah,
there's a hell of a lot more to come.
I just need like some, what I know like the popularity of thrash and death and everything like that. I'm a fan of it all as well. I would like to see, a bit of power metal or something like that sort of join in with all of this, man, because it seems to be becoming less and less prevalent every single year at Bloodstock, any of that kind of stuff, really. So
you're not wrong. There you go. That's all our festival chats there. They all are. You know what to do. You got any thoughts on it? Thoughts on what we've talked about? Thoughts on some of our opinions? Thoughts on the line-ups? Drop them in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon and help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?